What costs are involved with starting and running a food truck business? So we wanted to dive into a question that we actually got on our other YouTube channel, which you can definitely check out those links down below to Marketing Food Online. But we had a food truck question in regards to a breakdown of what are some of the expenses for daily, weekly, and monthly expenses on a food truck. It's actually for a brand newbie into the food truck industry. Hasn't started his truck just yet, but he asked about the breakdown because he wasn't sure what was really involved with the monthly expenses. So in this podcast, which we'll go ahead and upload onto our YouTube channel, Food Truck Freaks, and you can also check out our podcast as well and listen to us on the go. We're going to dive into that question. So starting a food truck business, of course, can be an exciting and a extremely profitable endeavor, but it also comes with a variety of expenses that need to be taken care of and, of course, taken into account. So understanding these costs can actually help you create a detailed business plan and, of course, determine your potential profitability. So here's a breakdown of the cost you should consider on a daily, weekly, and, of course, monthly basis. And they do vary depending on the type of food business that you've got with your food truck. So let's get started, jump right into it. So fuel, number one is going to be fuel. So the cost of fuel can be a significant daily expense, especially if you're frequently moving your truck to different locations. And the cost can vary widely depending on the current fuel prices and, of course, your vehicle's fuel efficiency. This is something to definitely want to think about as far as a daily cost. Now, food and beverage costs also, that's the next one that comes up. If this includes the cost of raw materials, which require you to prepare your menu items, the cost can vary significantly depending on the type of food that you're serving. So the menu will really dictate the expense of that particular expense as well. Then you've got labor. Okay, so your employing some staff, of course, you're going to have help. You need to account for your wages and your salaries on a daily labor cost. It can also include payroll taxes and even benefits if you actually offer benefits too. Now, commissary fees. Now, many cities require food trucks to use a commercial kitchen or what's known as a commissary. So for food preparation and storage, these fees can actually vary depending on how big the commissary kitchen is, the different features that come with that, and of course, other expenses that come along with renting it. Let's dive into some weekly costs. So you're going to have maintenance. Now, your truck will need, of course, regular maintenance to ensure its safety and efficiency. Now, this can actually include like oil changes, tire rotations, and general mechanical checks and checkups as they are needed. That's something that you should put aside and set aside money for always. Next up, cleaning. So regular professional cleaning may be required depending on the health and safety standards by the health department in your city or county. So you may also have to have an expense for the health. Now, let's dive into some of the monthly costs. These are going to be every 30 days. So rent. So if you're parking your truck at a rented spot or using a rented commercial kitchen, you'll also need to factor in the monthly rental costs that are involved with that space. Insurance. Now, both vehicle and business insurance traditionally come out every month. These are essential, and the costs will vary depending upon the types of coverages that you'll need to have, and plus any additional coverages you want to put onto it. Marketing. Now, of course, you're going to want to advertise your business. Now, whether that's through social media, local advertising, or other forms of marketing, you want to make sure that you check out what that's going to cost you every month. Now, utilities, another 30-day. Depending on your type of setup, you might have monthly costs for utilities like maybe water, electricity, depending on the facility that your food truck is attached to. Now, permits and licenses and fees. Now, many cities actually charge monthly or annual fees for various food truck permits and licenses. You want to try to get the ones that are annual if you can, or get them every 6 to 8 or 12 months. Now, loan repayment. So if you've taken out a loan, of course, to start the food truck business, you'll have a regular loan payment. That's going to be every 30 days. That's not a daily or weekly expense. Now, remember, these are kind of just rough estimates, and they can vary significantly depending upon the various factors that are involved with your type of business and your location, the size of your business, your menu, and much, much more. But it's a good outline to let you understand what's your daily, weekly, and of course, monthly expenses when you start a food truck business. So if you have any questions on starting a food truck business, let us know down below. If you have any experience, if you've already launched your food truck and you're successful, what has been your monthly expenses and how much are they roughly? I know that it varies considerably from city to city, but we can definitely get a rough idea if you leave some comments down below. So I'll see you guys in our next video here at Food Truck Free.